Hi, welcome to another tips and tricks video here on Dole Whip Wishes and Castle Dreams. Today we are going to be talking about Disney Freebies! Yay! Just because I know Disney isn't exactly known for its inexpensive nature, however, there are quite a few things that you can get for free at Disney, and we are going to talk about those today, so I'm super excited. So the first one that most people think of when they think freebies at Disney are the fun celebration buttons. So if you go to most guest services or especially the parks, they have guest services areas there. You go in there, you tell them what you're celebrating. Maybe it's a birthday or an anniversary or a special occasion. They have a button really that will suit any celebratory need that you might have. Maybe it's your first visit. Those are great buttons to get as well. You can just go and ask for those and they will give you those for free. Every trip that you do, you can get one if you want. So be sure to check those out. Another great thing to do for free at Disney is at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. They have a lot of wildlife animals on their property there at the resort. And you can actually go, even if you're not staying at the resort, you can go and check out those animals. They have great viewing areas outside, especially right outside the front lobby, and then you can kind of walk around. They have some paths. They also have cast members there that do kind of tours, if you will. They talk about the animals at different times, and those are free for you to check out even if you're not staying on at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. The Grand Floridian has music playing many times in the afternoon or evening. They have a really great jazz band that you can check out again for free, even if you're not staying at the Grand Floridian, so you can definitely check that out. They are great. There's also something at the Grand Floridian called the Princess Parade. It's about at 3:30 in the afternoon on most days. And what it is, they just let the kids age 3 to 12 come and they just kind of do a little parade. It's super cute down the main hall down the main stairs with Cinderella. It's adorable. It's a lot of fun to watch. You never know what those kids are gonna do, so it's always entertaining. And it's free. Even if you're not staying at the Grand Floridian, you can go and see what it's all about. Also, along the Disney boardwalk, they have most nights street performers that come, although is it really a street performer if they're performing on a boardwalk? I don't know the linguistics, but you get the idea, right? They come in and they perform and it's for free. Again, even the whole boardwalk, just walking around there is beautiful, and it's definitely worth the trip. Even if you don't spend any money, we always hit that boardwalk up because there's so much great stuff to see there. So be sure to check that out if you're looking for something free to do. You can also see some of the Magic Kingdom fireworks from beaches at the resorts that are in the area. So like the Polynesian or the Grand Floridian, they both have beaches where you can go out and watch those fireworks, especially if you can't, maybe you've got younger kids and you can't stay in the park that whole time, but maybe you can go back to your room and then come back to the resorts to check that out. Or maybe you just didn't have time to make it to a park and you don't have park admission, but you still want to check out the fireworks. You can do that from one of those beaches. They're just really fun and beautiful. I mean, even if you just want to check out the beaches, those are worth a little trip over there to check them out. And you can do that for free, again, even if you're not staying in one of those resorts. You should check it out. Along with the fireworks is something they call the water pageant on Bay Lake near the Magic Kingdom. So it's the lake that a lot of the resorts are sitting around. So Grand Floridian, Contemporary, Polynesian, the Wilderness Lodge, like all of those like that are sitting around it. It's basically like a parade on the water and they do it every night pretty much. And you can check that out at any of those resorts. To see, you could just check to see about what time it comes by, so you can go even if you're not staying at the resort, or especially if you are staying at the resorts. It's a lot of fun to just go and check that out, and like I said, it's free to you. So there are a bunch of things you can do at Disney Springs that are free. One of the things my kids love to do, their favorite thing probably, is to build with Legos at the Lego store. You go into the store, they have huge pits of Legos where you can just build. They also do car races that are free, and my kids always have to do that. I'm just like, have we done this like a million times? And they're like, 1,000,001. They just always have to do that. So it's fun. You build cars, you do little races. It's just a lot of fun, and that's something for free. They also do some concerts. They're right across from the Lego store. There's a great big pavilion stage where they have groups that come in and perform, dance troops and bands and, you know, all kinds of stuff that come in, and that's free. You can just go and check it out whenever you want. And then also close by, my favorite thing is at Ghirardelli, they hand out free chocolate. So good. I always have to do that. My kids are like, every time, and I'm like, 1,000,001. So we love to check that out too. So be sure you stop by there and get your free chocolate. They also have free transportation from the parking lots to the parks. Like the monorail is free. The buses are free from the resort to the parks and to Disney Springs. And then of course there's boat rides that you can take to get into the parks, but there's also at Disney Boardwalk, they have a boat ride that goes from the boardwalk to Port Orleans Resort, and that is a beautiful little boat ride that you can take up and down the Sassagoula River. It's just gorgeous, and we stayed there, we took it, but even if we weren't staying there, I still recommend doing that because it was just so relaxing and beautiful. So be sure to check that out too. You can also go and visit the Tri-Circle D Ranch, which is a working dude ranch at the campsites at the Wilderness Lodge Resort. And this is where they keep the horses for Cinderella's carriage and other various things that they do throughout Disney World. And it is free to go and see these beautiful horses. And it's just this really neat experience that's kind of tucked away that a lot of people don't know about that you can do. And again, it's free. So if you're looking for something free to do, you should definitely go check it out. Some good things to know that are free: park maps. You can get as many of those as you want. You should check out below. I'm going to leave a link for a fun craft we did because we do collect park maps and we don't like throwing them away, so we found something fun to do with them. Also, first aid at the parks is always available. It's always free. So if you need anything like Band-Aids or Tylenol or anything like that, you can go check out first aid. Also, water. A lot of people don't realize ice water is available even if you have your own water bottle. So you can bring your water bottle, and that will save you a lot of money, so you're not having to purchase bottled water there. And it's, like I said, it's just a great money saver that a lot of people don't realize they can do. You can ask for that ice water at any quick service restaurant. They will provide that for you. And also, kids under the age of 3 eat free at buffets and family-style restaurants. So you can bring them in with you and you won't have to pay for them to eat there. Another couple fun things that are free are, of course, stickers from the cast member. Pretty much every cast member you see will have stickers. They usually use them for kids that aren't having the best time, or maybe a kid that just seems like they need a little extra attention. But usually if you go up and ask nicely, they will be happy to give you a sticker. And along with that is that they have transportation trading cards. So a lot of people don't know about those either, but any cast member that is driving some form of transportation, boat, bus, you can't really talk to the monorail drivers anymore, but they used to have them. You can go up and ask them if they have a trading card, and a lot of them do carry those with, and those are kind of fun to collect. And along that line, in the Magic Kingdom, they have sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom cards. And it's kind of like an interactive game that you can play in the park. And every day you go to the park, you can get a new pack. There are 5 cards in each pack. I believe there are 40 cards total that you can collect, but it is a blind pack, so you're not sure what you're getting. You might get duplicates. but every day you can request a new pack, and then it tells you what to do to go around and play that game, and it's kind of fun. So if you're looking for something different and fun to do in the parks, you can check that out. Okay, another freebie that I like to point out is the photo pass. Like, most people skip over it because it can get pretty pricey, but you don't actually have to buy the photos. You can just buy the ones you want. But another good thing to know too is that the photographers will actually take a picture with your camera if you ask them. So you can go up and let them take their picture with their camera and then say, hey, do you mind taking a picture with my camera too? And then you have a professional photographer taking a picture with your phone, and you don't have to pay for it, and it's amazing. And a lot of people don't realize they can do that, but you can. Just try not to be obnoxious with it and hand them like 8,000 cameras, because I've seen people do that, and that's not cool, bro. So don't do that. But you know, your phone or your professional camera, if you want to bring that too, like, they are happy to do that for you. Another great resource to use is the My Disney Experience app. This app is something you put on your phone. It's available for iPhone or Android, and it is free to use, and it is amazing. And I will put a link down below where we do an article on this, just on the My Disney Experience app, and all the great things that it can do. So you're definitely going to want to check that out on our website. And last but certainly not least, in our freebies for everyone that's visiting Disney, is our Club Cool sodas. They have sodas there in Epcot where you can check them out for free. They are sodas from around the world, and be sure that you try Beverly. Okay, now I want to end the video with a few more that you can only get if you are staying at a resort on Disney property. These are some great freebies. There's a lot of pros for staying at a Disney resort. I know the cost can get up there, but be sure, again, I'm going to put a link in the section below, our description, telling an article that we did about the pros and cons of staying on property, which is at a Disney resort. So be sure to check that out. But let's jump into these freebies for those of you that stay at a Disney resort. Of course, there's the free transportation we talked about. You can technically use that even if you're not staying at a resort, but it usually isn't very helpful because you will have to pay for parking at the resort. So if you're not staying at the resort, it doesn't really make sense to park there and then use the transportation. It makes more sense to just go straight to the parks. So if you are staying at the resort, those buses, monorails, and boats are all free to use. And there's also something called the Magical Express, which is another bus, but it's different because it goes to and from the Orlando International Airport. So if you have a flight into MCO, which is the Orlando International Airport, if you have a flight to there, the bus will pick you up there and take you to any of the Disney resorts for free. And including like picking up your luggage and dropping it off at your room, so you don't have to worry about any of that. And if you want to just, as soon as you get to your resort, just bounce over to the parks, you can do that because they're going to take care of your luggage for you. It's really awesome. And then, of course, they will take you back to the airport at the end of your trip. But again, only if you are staying at a Disney resort. You'll also get magic bands. Love, love, love magic bands. You'll get them for free. They have about 5 colors, I believe, maybe more, that you can pick from. They put your name on it. It's so fun. You get it in the mail before your trip, unless you book your trip too close to your travel date. I think it's got to be at least 2 weeks out, maybe 3, in which case they will mail them to your home if you want. And it's just such a fun thing to get in the mail, is those magic bands. And those magic bands do so much. Put another link below from our website on all the wonderful things magic bands do. We did a great article on that you definitely need to see. Some other fun things that they do, you can get a call from one of your favorite characters on the phone, maybe a wake-up call or a welcome call. Be sure to check in with your guest services in the lobby of your resort to find out more information on that. They also do movies under the stars. How fun is that? Disney movies at a Disney resort. Those are free for you to go and check out. They will just pick a classic Disney movie. They have a spot all set up most nights, and you can just go and sit out at the resort and watch these movies, and it's so magical. They offer poolside games. So you take your little ones to the pool, and maybe you just want to read your book a little, or maybe you want to get a drink. and just relax. They have cast members there many times during the day where they will have organized activities for your kids to do, and will lead your kids in those activities to give you some time to just sit and relax, and it's beautiful and we love it and the kids love it. It's so much fun. They also do, some of the resorts do fireside marshmallows. So they will provide marshmallows and you can cook them over a fire. They usually have stuff for s'mores too. You might have to pay for the s'mores part, but the marshmallows itself are usually free at those resorts. So check again with your guest relations when you check in to see if they've got that available. A few last things. Most resorts have playgrounds that you can take advantage of if your kids just need to blow off some steam and it's not a park day and they don't want to do the pool. You can hit up those playgrounds. And they also offer package delivery. If you're inside the parks and you buy something and you don't want to carry it around all day, they have a free delivery. You can just fill out your information and they will send it directly to your room, so you don't even have to worry about that. That is amazing. And last but certainly not least is their luggage assistance. This is also free to guests staying at a Disney resort, and I love it and we use it every time we go, because maybe your check-in time isn't until later but you want to hit the parks, or maybe you want to hit the parks before you have to check out and you gotta leave that day and you're like, what am I supposed to do with my luggage? They will hold on to it for you for free before your check-in time or after your check-in time. So you can go to the parks for as long as you want and then come back and get your luggage later, later when you need it. Or if you are switching resorts, like we resort hop a lot when we go. And so we'll stay at one resort for a few days and then we'll move to another resort or to another resort. And a lot of those times, the days that we move are days that we want to spend in the park. And so having to worry about luggage, you're like, oh. But if you are switching from one Disney resort to another resort, they will move your luggage for you if you request it, and they will do so for free. We still do recommend tipping. Tipping is always appreciated and valued at Disney World, so make sure you're doing that, but the service itself is free. So those are the freebies that we have for you. Some of those were our favorites. The rest were just a collection that we've come across in our many, many travels to the wonderful world of Disney. Hopefully you found this informational, helpful. That's what we love to do here on Dole Whip Wishes and Castle Dreams. We love to help you plan the most epic, awesome, fantastic trip to Disney that you possibly can. We live for that. So we hope that you found this helpful, and if you have any other questions or maybe we missed a freebie that you want to let us in on, we would love to hear from you. Just leave a comment below. You guys are amazing. You're the reason we do this. We always love to hear from you. So again, thank you. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so now, and also hit the bell so you don't miss any of our episodes. We have a new one every week. Sometimes we do bonus videos. We do copycat recipes as well, along with Disney crafts. And of course, we do our Disney vlog for our many trips that we take. So tap the bell so you don't miss a single episode. And again, thanks for stopping by, and we hope to see you real soon.